Welcome to the 1 Minute Apologist. We interview the world's leading apologists to provide credible answers to curious questions. Jay, talk to us about the historical veracity of the Quran. I mean, we know that Muslims, they'll talk a lot about our Bible and how it's messed up. Well, can we talk about the Quran a little bit as well?
Goodness sakes, you got about an hour?
We got 1 minute.
This is the area that we're confronting more than anything else. And I think rather than just say it in 1 minute, I'll give you some ideas and then we can unpack it a little bit more after this. Stop and ask. What Muslims will say they'll say four things right off the top of their head. They'll say that the Quran is eternal. That's from Surah 85, Ayah 22. That means Book 85, verse 22. They'll say that the Quran was preserved perfectly at the time of Uthman, basically about 18 years after Muhammad died in 650. They'll say that the Quran that we have today is exactly the same as that which was preserved at the time of Uthman. It hasn't changed. And fourthly, they can prove it. Now, those are the four claims that they make about their Quran. All I need to do is confront number four. Don't worry about the first three. All I need to ask them is to prove that they have a complete Quran that existed from the time of 650, so the mid-7th century, time of Uthman, that has not changed at all. They can't come up with any Quran from the 7th century at all. There is no manuscript. We now have the 6 major manuscripts that we now are looking at. The Topkapi, which is in Istanbul, the Samarkand, which is in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, the Husseini manuscript, which is in Cairo, the Ma'il manuscript, which is in London, the Petropolitanist manuscript, which is in Paris, and then, of course, the most important one is the Sana manuscript, which is in Yemen. Those 6 manuscripts that Muslims claim are from the time of Uthman, not one of them is from the 7th century. They're all from the 8th century or later. They don't even begin to appear to the time of Ibn Malik, Abd al-Malik, which is the end of the 7th century, the beginning of the 8th century. Now, if that is the case, we're pushing back the Quran, the earliest manuscripts, to about 60 years after Muhammad. More than that, not one of those 6 manuscripts agree with the Quran that we have today. Nor do they agree with each other. Nor is one of those manuscripts complete. The Topkapi is only 78% complete. The Samarkand only goes up to Surah 43. There's 114 surahs. We can't find one complete Quran until the 10th century. Now, why is it Muslims haven't told us this? Can you see what we're dealing with? This is going to destroy Islam. And it's going to destroy this book that they consider to be eternal, because now we've pretty much eradicated any eternality. It pretty much destroys any notion that there was a complete Quran at that time of Uthman in 650. And it certainly shows that the Quran that we have today does not equal this Quran. There's been lots of changes, lots of manipulations, lots of corruptions, accretions, deletions, you name it. We have proof now for all of that. But more than that, if the Quran doesn't even begin to appear until the 8th century, did Muhammad have anything to do with it?